I'd like to call to order the meeting of the October 8th, 2019 City of Columbiana Planning Commission meeting. I'd like you all to rise for our invocation and pledge allegiance to the flag.
Lord, we acknowledge your presence among us tonight and we we pray for your guidance during this meeting. Give us the wisdom to work in the best interest of everyone in our community. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dan, would you call the roll?
All right, everyone have the mics on? Scott?
Here.
Donna?
Yes.
Rick?
Here.
Tucker? Brian?
Here.
Mark?
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum. We'll proceed. There's no, first of all of you received a copy of the minutes of the September meeting. I'd like to know if there are any additions or corrections. Hearing none, they will stand approved as presented. I have no old business on the agenda, so we'll move to our new business agenda items. First item on the agenda is zoning code amendment. Firestone Homestead LLC would like to change the zoning from R3 to C4 on 28 acres of property they own at the southeast corner of Route 7 and 14. They are seeking the Planning Commission's approval and the motion to initiate the zone change process. Someone would like to come forward and tell us a little bit.
My name is Jeremy Makel, representing Firestone Homestead. On this plat, we have a number of historical buildings in various levels of disrepair. We'd like to rehabilitate the buildings and either lease them for commercial space purposes or use the space to display Firestone memorabilia that we have accumulated. Are there any questions?
And you will present us with a map.
Yes.
With the layout of the property, with those. Does anyone have any specific questions? So it is contiguous to some C4 property, correct?
Yes.
It's contiguous with that.
Just for anyone on the planning commission who hasn't gone through one of these before, this would just be the first step in this process. And then we vote to make a recommendation, then it goes to council. And council would have to have 2 votes and a public hearing and all to change. So tonight's vote would only be to make a recommendation that council take the next step.
Right, and the next step is then the public hearing, and then council can decide after the public hearing's right. This is just step number 1.
I see no reason we wouldn't want to move it along for council to chew on, have the hearing. So I make a motion that we make the recommendation to council that we initiate the zone change process from R3 to C4 for the 28 acres that were submitted to C4.
Okay, there's a motion, second on the floor. Is there any further questions regarding the motion? Okay, hearing none.
Thank you.
I'd like to call for a vote.
Scott?
Yes.
Donna?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Okay, so that motion carries. Onward to step 2. We'll look forward to establishing that public hearing, correct, Mike? Okay, thank you very much. Okay. The next item on the agenda is regarding some replatting. Lobster Harris with Lakefront Properties wishes to replat lot 32 and create lot 33. Mr. Corey wishes to replat lot 1, that will add 1.5 acres onto lot 40 and add 0.999 acres to lot number 37. And, we're not done yet, Mr. Corey also wishes to replat lot number 13 and create lot number 41. So there are a number of items. Mr. Herrick's going to comment on them. You do have this layout.
Hello, Rob Herrick, representing, who am I doing, Lakefront Preserve, actually, tonight, and Mr. Porter. So, all these parcels are in Old Saybrook, Plat 1. Basically, we have a roadway in progress that Danbury Way, we are extending Danbury Way, I don't know, 400 or 500 feet. And when we initially thought the top of the hill in the initial topography, when we replatted this last year, we didn't make it to the top of the hill. So right now, we're going to ask for 0.99 acres at the end of Danbury Way, added to lot 37. That keeps the water, sewer, and blacktop on lot 37 to allow us to install it here this month. Carl Myers is set to come out and install it. And it just makes the most sense. Basically, we created one additional lot on the south side of the street, southeast side of the street, by doing the extra 0.99 acres. The second lot is lot 40 that I'll be discussing. Lot 40 is 1.656 acres, but 1.5 acres is new to lot 40. The original lot was only 40 feet wide by 170 feet, and we are adding the back portion, the estate portion, onto lot 40. Again, Mr. Corey owns that, so I'm buying that portion from him and replatting it. However, I am replatting lot 40 and encompassing it to make one lot. The third replat from Mr. Corey is 1 acre along Eureka Road, and that's exactly 1 acre. That just kind of fulfills a commitment that I have to Mr. Corey by so many acres by the end of the year. So that 1 acre is just basically keeping my commitment to him, and that's the only reason why I'm buying that acre, because we're in the middle of a replat. And the fourth lot is lot 32. That one I'm replatting by myself. Lot 32, we sold a single-family house on lot 32 to a family we're currently under contract with, and we will be starting a house as soon as this records. So that lot was always designed to be that size, and there shouldn't be any questions there. There's a utility ingress and egress easement on Radcliffe Path that takes to Eureka Road. All those utilities are in. The final coat of blacktop's not on that street yet. And that street has not been turned over to the city in its full capacity, because we typically do it when the final coat of blacktop's on. So, is there any questions regarding any of the replots?
Okay, the 33, the replat, could you show me right here, this real quickly? Is this it? Yep. Is this the entire?
Yep, that is that area right there.
Just that?
Just that.
That one, and then will this remain 32?
That would remain 32.
And this will remain 32?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. And then this is for a single-family house?
It is.
To be built on that?
And then just to clarify, the agenda says Lakefront Properties and Lakefront Preserve.
It is Lakefront Preserve. APL Properties owns Back Bay Lakefront Preserve, owns and develops Old Saybrook.
Okay. Make a motion that we approve as submitted.
Second that motion?
We have a motion, a second on the floor. Any other comments on that? Any comments, Mr. Corey? Everything's okay?
Give me a thumbs up. Everything okay?
Everything's good?
Is everything okay?
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, yeah, we want it done, and Bob's done well by
Good. Great. Okay. Any other questions or comments on the motion? Again, call for the vote.
Donna?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes. Okay. Thumbs up here. So, that's kind of approved. Thank you very much.
We thank you.
Okay, the last one on our agenda is a site plan review. Jane Bohr would like the planning commission's approval to open up an antique store, the rustic bird cage at 13 East Park Avenue, formerly Main Street Antiques. Jane, you want to make a few comments? Come right up here. Tell us a little bit about what you're planning.
Hi, I'm Jane. I have a store in Poland that I'm going to be moving to Columbiana. I have vendors who come in with me. We sell primitive, industrial, man-food, salvage, architectural. My sign will be on the front of the building. And then I'd also like to put a sign along the brick side and on the other side where it's aluminum sided. What else did I tell?
And you work with all the on those signs.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I do.
okay. Does anybody have any questions for Jane?
How did you find Columbiana?
Well, I always loved Columbiana, but I opened in Poland because it's close to my house, and I know a few of the people out here now, and they told me there was one building left to rent. I ran out the next day. Actually, that night I called. I said I wanted, so yeah, I'm excited. You guys have a really nice town. Yeah, and good support. I'm real excited, honestly. Yeah, Columbiana's nice. And they support each other. So
Yeah.
Honest, it's been very nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you know all the antique businesses are working together,
Yeah, oh yeah.
so that's great.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a nice addition.
Real nice. I'm real happy. Real excited, so.
When would you plan on opening up?
I'm hoping by November 1st. I gave my month's notice, so I'll be out of Poland the end of October. But
Relocating totally?
yeah, I'm moving the whole store. So that first week in November is my goal. Sooner, but probably the first week of November.
November will still be good for traffic down here.
Yeah, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. It's been nice. Yeah, I'm excited. It's been nice. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Do we have a motion to? Okay, we have a motion and a second.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion and a second. For the site plan review for the rustic bird cage. Any other comments on that motion? Okay, hearing none, Deanne, I'd like to call the roll.
Rick?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Donna?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, the motion carries, and we welcome you to town. Looking forward to having you in our community.
Thank you.
I think that'll be great. Okay, Brent, I have no other agenda items here. First, I'd like to ask any of the commission members, anybody like to say anything at this point? Comment?
I'd like to make a comment in regards to the ruling that was handed down by the appeals court last week. Not to go into it and belabor it any further, but the planning commission was subjected to a whole bunch of attempts to change our zoning code and our laws to bend something, and we refused because our code already gave the city the ability to do what we said. And it was argued, we were told that we didn't know what we were talking about, and not one judge, but two separate courts and four judges unanimously upheld that our code does give us the ability to protect our residents with zoning, and I just want to say to the other planning commission members that, I mean, that was not a fun time for any of us. No one likes being put in a position where you're going to make somebody upset, and I think that it was undue to a whole lot of negative press on the city for absolutely nothing other than one person's wishes to try to overturn 40 years worth of zoning. And our zoning helps Columbiana stay strong, it helps us grow, it helps protect our property values, and now, if anyone questions it, they know that our code is strong, it is legal, and it is just. So I just wanted to thank you guys for the last 2 years of having to go through that and stick your necks on the line and not bend to the pressures that were put on you.
I just have something I have been here a long time, and throughout it all, different times, we've used that particular code, and not once has there ever been a real question about, I mean, when it came time to court and whatever, it was always mentioned that we had a very strong article in place. And so I, for one, was not concerned because I thought it would end up the way it did, and it did, and I'm glad it did. But like Brian said, it's a shame we have to go through some of the negative influence that we get sometimes, like we don't know what we're doing. Trust me, we try really hard to know what we're doing. So thanks, everybody.
I'd just like to add that I think one of the secrets of success in Columbiana is that the people that are sitting at this table now, and 10 years ago and 20 years ago, came and gave of their time to sit up here and do something that's best for the city of Columbiana. It was nothing, I don't know one person that ever sat up here to do something to benefit themselves personally, and it was unfortunate that people tried to make those types of accusations. And I also want to concur that I think it's great that everybody has been verified, and I think, you know, Dawn has been here longer than any of us, and she knows the history, and she knows the work that the planning commission and other people in the city have done. So I think it's really good, and you know, I think it's important for us to remember this day, you know, and what we've done and move from here.
Yeah, I hope we don't have to discuss it again.
Yep. Me too. Any,
Good job, Mark.
yeah, good job, Mark. Mark was the guy, yes, Mark did a good job for us. And,
A lot of knowledge about home rule and zoning, we'll leave it at that. It's not a certain other subject,
I think we have our commission coming. Anyone out there like to make a statement, public comments, for the good of the order?
I'd like to say by the next meeting, we might be have a new label for the city. So we're all looking forward to that. Heard this morning at the chamber that it sounds like Reader's Digest is going to announce it on one of the morning shows. So we're looking forward to that, and hopefully getting the nicest place in America, Maynard up.
It's a good thing you got your place when you did.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So that'll be that'll be really fun.
Yeah.
Have you heard which station's covering?
Do you recall?
Today's show, that's NBC.
Okay, every section.
We're hoping you can air it on the Jumbotron, 10 o'clock Friday morning. Or
Happy to do that.
10 o'clock, yeah, Friday morning.
Watch party.
Well, that's an indication of what a community can do when they work together for the good of the community, so it's all great. So, okay, I'm not hearing any other comments, so, hearing none, we'll adjourn the meeting. Thank you very much.